What makes a great design firm? That's one of the questions we're posing to WATG, a firm that's been designing destinations for over 65 years. And they should know, WATG and Wimberly Interiors have designed more hospitality projects than any other firm in the world. From WATG, we now welcome Bradford J. McNamee, AIA Senior Vice President, and Margaret McMahon, Vice President and Managing Director. Welcome to the show. Margaret, let's start here. What makes a great design firm?
I think what you have to do, like any really successful company in any industry, you have to have a strong mission statement. And for our interiors group, it's absolutely about creating great design. And what that leads to is number two, once you've got that true mission statement of great design and you have a portfolio that supports that, you start to attract great talent that enables you to do these great projects because it doesn't just take one person. And then what you've also got to do is create a creative environment that supports that creative talent that you have.
Now, Brad, being a global company, what are the hot spots for development right now?
Today, I think most predominantly Asia is the hottest spot that seems to be developing the fastest, with the greatest volume, and for the longest period of time. In addition, I think other areas have future potential. Hotspots like Africa is yet to be really sort of flourishing, but it's got the potential to develop into a very, for our purposes, a large market of design and development of hotels, hospitality, buildings. So I think Africa, Asia, Southeast Asia has been developing for a little bit longer than, say, China, but China now has come on strong. It's one of our largest markets that we work in.
And what are the challenges associated with working on projects on the other side of the world?
Well, of course, we have all the support now with electronic means, communication, all of those things minimize the difference in time zones. But generally, the time zone is one of the challenges. Of course, travel is essential. Has not been a complete substitute for physically being in another place or being with someone that you're working with and getting to know as well as delivering a service to. You can't substitute that face-to-face connection 100%. But the challenges are communication in many ways, as well as sometimes the cultural differences and the different perceptions of different people from different places in the world. I think some of the cultural and time zone and communications are some of the biggest challenges, as well as financial issues that sometimes affect how we deal with different projects in other parts of the world and how we keep our relationships maintained without them falling apart due to financial trouble.
Finally, Margaret, what are some of the current trends you're seeing in hotel design?
It's interesting because for the longest time we were seeing a lot of cutting-edge, super contemporary, clean line hospitality projects coming out on the market. And what I think that's starting to happen is people are going back to something that feels like a more familiar, bespoke aesthetic. I've got one young client who really is trying to harken back to a much simpler time. And what that really means is that we're creating a resort for him where it's not about, just the static hotel guest. It's creating an environment, and it's literally creating a community. You don't enter into a hotel, you enter into an estate. And he's also very socially conscious about farm to table, a sustainable environment within the whole estate, and really a very bespoke feel about what he feels this could have felt and looked like 30, 40 years ago.
Well, thank you both for your insight. It's been a pleasure having you on the show. For more information on WATG and their design services, just go to WATG.com.